let's understand what is Azure Well Architected Framework is. The Azure Well Architected Framework is a set of guiding principles and best practices designed to help you build and maintain secure, scalable, and efficient cloud applications on Azure. It provides a comprehensive approach to evaluating and improving architecture across five key pillars such as reliability, cost optimization, operation excellence, performance efficiency, and security. As shown on the screen, well-architected framework is supported by the key supporting elements as well. And they are Azure Well Architected Review, Azure Advisor, documentation, partner support and services offers, reference architectures, and design principles. We cannot get to the details in this course for each of the supporting element, but my recommendation for you to refer the documentation link shown on the screen and read through the framework thoroughly. This way, you will have a detailed understanding of the well-architected framework. Let's unpack a bit what is included in each pillar. In reliability pillar, you will ensure application can recover from failures and continue to function. Key practices employed in these pillars are designed for high availability and disaster recovery, implement backup and restore strategies, and perform regular testing to ensure resilience. In cost optimization pillar, guidance in this pillar will help you manage and reduces cost effectively. Key practices employed in these pillars are use Azure cost management and billing tools to monitor spending, right size your resources to match demand, leverage Azure Reserve instances and spot VMs for cost savings, and optimize storage cost with tier storage solutions. In operational excellence pillar, you will ensure that operations are efficient and reliable. Key practices employed in this pillar are implement monitoring and logging, automate deployments and infrastructure management, establish processes for incident response and root cause analysis, continuously improve operational procedures. In performance efficiency pillar, you will ensure application performs well under various loads. Key practices employed in these pillars are use scalable architecture and services, implement caching and data partitioning, monitor performance metrics and optimize based on findings, and regular review and define application performance. In security pillar, you will protect application and data from threats. Key practices employed in this pillar are implement a strong identity management solution, secure your network infrastructure, use encryption to protect data at rest and in transit, regularly audit and update security measures. As a cybersecurity architect, how do you ensure that Azure estate for which you designing the security solution adheres to the well-architected framework? Good thing is that Microsoft makes this easy for you by providing the assessment tools. I have provided the link of the assessment tool on the screen. Using this assessment tool, you can quickly review, assess, and identify the areas for improvement. So overall, well-architected framework encourages regular reviews and updates to your architecture to adapt to changing requirements and technologies, and ensures that architecture supports business objectives and delivers value. By adhering to the Azure well-architected framework, organization can create robust, efficient, and secure applications that meet their business needs and can adapt to future challenges and opportunities. Now let's get on the Learn page and scan through what are the different things that we see for the Azure well-architected framework. This is the page. Now here you can see that these are the 5 pillars, and for each pillar, the good thing is that there is a guidance available for you for the design principles. So if you look at under reliability, there are some guiding principles that you can always make use of while thinking about the design, right? For security as well, you can take a look, and there are some guiding principles. These guiding principles make so much sense. Once you get to the detail, you will understand that what are those security elements or design element that you should adopt as part of your well-architected framework or solutioning. They become the kind of like a guidance to drive your security as well as like a solutioning within the organization. So my suggestion would be, whatever the design principles that you see under each the pillar, make sure that you understanding those design principles in detail. That is how you can build the maturity as a cybersecurity architect as well as enterprise architect or a cloud architect. you know it's very essential. Those design principle not only spans across technology but also people, process, culture, so many things. And rest of the things you can go through. There are some considerations around some solutions as well. You can utilize that specific guidance from here as well, such as mission critical workload that you can see. There are some architectural pattern and design principles available. So my suggestion would be, make sure that you understanding those things in detail. All right, that's one thing related to the well architected framework. Now let's get on the tool that we discuss, which is called assessment tool. Now this tool, I think when you start as a cybersecurity architect on a specific project, this tool can help you a lot. Sometimes what happen, you basically invite every other stakeholders in a single meeting, and everyone goes through this particular well architected review assessment tool. Conduct a workshop, and that workshop will feed you the required information to plug in into this assessment, such as like, let's go ahead and take a look. It's just a name. Let's start it, and let's say that you're doing a review of the core well architected areas. So let's go ahead and click that, and let's see what we see. So there are 5 pillars. Let's say you're doing the review from the security perspective, because you are a security guy and you are much more interested from the security perspective. Now you see here there are multiple questions, and underneath that multiple questions there are again multiple options. Let's go ahead and take a look. Security, that is what we're selecting, and now you see, do you have a documented security baseline? Now underneath this there are many options, and if you read those options very closely, you understand that, it's not only technology that you have to think through. You might say that, what, I have a role-based access control design in place, but there may not be sufficient training. So immediately it triggers you to establish some kind of governance process there. That is what this particular thing tells you. Let's say we just select randomly something like that. We don't select anything else. Let's go to the next thing. Here you can see that, how do you secure the application code development environment and software supply chain? Now this tells you, if there is no processes around this particular thing, it will trigger you. Maybe we ensure developer meets security training requirement before they gain access to application source code. Maybe this process is not there. Rest of the things is there, but it's not there, right? It will trigger something to establish, right? So likewise, you select your answers. When you like tick a box, something like that, that means you have it, right? If you don't select that box, that means you don't have that particular process, right? So once you go through like this, let's say we quickly scan through that, and we just select one option in each of the area, and let's see what kind of things we get. How do you secure connectivity? Let's say we just select the first option. We're not going through each and every option, because I usually notice that running through this particular assessment takes almost 2 to 3 hours. So I'm just selecting for the sake of seeing something as a outcome, right? And then we know exactly what to do as part of the assessment review. So let me go ahead and select on this one, and 2 more to go, and we quickly basically take a look there on those 2 as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and select. All right, and now let's see what we get here. All right, now this is how you can see the overall result. We are in the critical stage, right? That means only 14 out of 100. based on the choices that we selected, we just selected one item out of those set of questions in each category, right? And our result came very poor. So what happened using this particular assessment tool, you can drive the security element. So from my perspective, when I need to do some kind of assessment and I'm new to the environment, I think this is the best place to get started within the team. Okay, that's all pretty much about the assessment tool. Okay, and you can export to a CSV and make sure that people understand and see the results as well. All right, that's all pretty much here.